What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G, here on Industry Talk, and welcome to Primetime Pod, the hottest information resource outlet for all things entertainment, breaking news, celebrity interviews, and the hot topics of the day. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow us on all social media platforms, our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, you name it, we're on it. Just Google us. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime.
Okay. And he got Prime Time 5. Make sure you check it
How? Why the fuck you think he missing? He say that.
And Fingerville holds up.
Now I'm not trying to get a little messy with you.
Time is money.
They go trap.
Time is money.
What's good, beautiful people? It's your man, Big G, coming at you all the way live. I'm in your space, I'm in your face. And we're definitely blessed to be here for another day. We went on earlier and tested out the system to make sure everything was good to go, so that when we jumped on, we wouldn't have any issues. So I know for a fact right now that our good man, comedian Jarrell Braswell, is either in the air or just getting into Cincinnati. Terry Cherry will be joining us here in just a little bit as well. But welcome, everyone, to our Live at 5. Yes, it is actually 6 o'clock here in Detroit, 5 o'clock home in Mississippi. So, yes, I am out in the Motor City. It is the start of the playoffs. The Detroit Pistons are jumping off their playoff run tomorrow. So tomorrow, our broadcast will probably be later. It's definitely going to be after the game because I'm going to be at the game, ladies and gentlemen. I will be at the game. I'm telling you that right now. So, not to knock the broadcast or bump the broadcast or anything of that nature, but I will not be here until later on. We'll probably do, and what we're going to do is a in the heat of the night segment. All right. Big shout out to everyone who is tapping in with us right now. My good man Deron Black out of Kansas City. That Island boy, welcome to the live. Good to see you guys. Thank you for participating. And just to let you all know, the broadcast and the live streaming is growing. I was talking with Jarrell and Terry Cherry earlier, and we're noticing from the analytical side of things that, since we jumped off in 2026 at the top of the year, going three times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, was going well. Then we started picking up because we had more talk topics, conversation, and time. Time is always the factor. Having time scheduled and allocated to come on live and bring you guys some relevant and pertinent information. So that is where we are right now. We're seeing that we're having a nice crew of individuals tapping in with us, paying attention to what we have going on, being insightful, engaging, and of course, industry talk is. I don't want to say it's an entertainment platform because I'm not here to entertain you. Because there's definitely a monkey show. We're here to give you insight. We're here to give you support. We're here to talk about things that are going on in the industry and different artists' lives, and how and what they're doing is making a difference in moving the needle for them as they as they travel along their journey in their space. So we've we've been knocking it down, man, and been having a really good time talking with JB on a daily basis, and that's some serious insight from a comedian's perspective in terms of how he's living his life and what he does every day. You know, we get on here live at 5 every day, and he gives us background on what he's doing, where he's going, how he's practicing, how he's getting those game reps in, and fine tuning his showcase, his show, his skill set every day. You know, and it's not just about telling jokes; it's about how he's living his life and the things that he's working towards. Terry Cherry, my good friend Terry, out of the DFW area, originally from Louisiana, but she's joined us as one of our co-hosts, who brings an entirely different perspective to the broadcast. She's been a member of the Boss Talk family since its inception, since ECEO and the official Miss Jamaica kicked off Boss Talk Podcast 101. Um, Terry Cherry has been on board, and of course, she's bringing her talents and her ideas and her views to industry talk and what it is that we do here on our network and on our channel, to be a voice, to be that outlet, and to be that female perspective that Jarrell and I definitely don't have. And of course, we want you all to know that we're not coming with malice, bias, um, um, nothing to where we're putting people in a box. No, we want folks to know that we're open to everything to come across the table for us to talk about, especially when it comes to the entertainment industry. We're here for it. And welcome, like I say, everyone to the live. Earl Hempstead, welcome to the live. Appreciate you joining us. And yep, we are here in Detroit, taking care of a little business. Going to see the Detroit Pistons kick off their playoff run. If I had to, you know, um, make a selection as to who I believe is going to win it all through these playoffs, I would say Detroit. I would say Detroit. They are the best team coming out of the East. They are the number one seed coming out of the East, and they're a team. They're a team. Win, lose, or draw, they're still a team. All of them are brothers in arms when it comes to this basketball thing. They all love the sport. They all love their families. They all love what it is that they do. They all take care of they all take care of one another as a unit. And every individual that I've seen and had opportunity to um, form a relationship with, that all of them care uh, passionately about their personal families and the amounts of times that they all spend away from their people during the regular season. So to get an opportunity to come up and see these guys make a serious run to the championship game and inevitably taking and holding up that championship banner, a championship trophy, and flying a championship banner once again here in Detroit is awesome to see and awesome to be a part of. And it's a blessing. It's definitely a blessing. So yes, we are here. I am currently waiting to lock in with, of course, Jarrell Braswell. Like I said, he is probably still in the airport. I told him, whenever he gets into Cincinnati, just to give me a call, and we'll take it from there. Okay. and I'm not sure what time that's going to be. So hopefully, we're still live, up and running. But in the meantime and in between time, if you have not become a member, subscribed to Boss Talk Podcast 101, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime, you need to do so. This is for you. Stop what you're doing right now and go subscribe to Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime on YouTube, all social media platforms. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to make sure you tap in. Right now, over 72,000 subscribers and well over 11 million views and watch time hours. So make sure that you continue to support, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and keep tapping in with us, because we're going to keep on bringing you this hot content every day and in every way. It's your main man, Big G. And make sure, like I said, stop what you're doing right now and tap in. Like, share, subscribe. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. Also, I need you guys to make sure that you keep in mind that Boss Talk Podcast 101, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime is the brainchild of my good man CEO and the official Miss Jamaica. They are the proprietors out of Dallas, the DFW area. And this, my friend, is for you. What will we do about this time?
It's about that time. We decided we were going to do something a little bit different today, add some different elements to what we already do. It's going down there, trying to figure out ways to break the algorithm. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to all our channels, all our different platforms. Boss Talk 101, Boss Talk 101 Primetime. It's crazy. We got to get it done, though. Boss Talk 101, where the bosses talk.
Where the bosses talk. Yes, indeed. Look, if you're an artist, if you want to get on to the show, if you want to let the world know who you are, what you have going on, and you want to have a open and honest conversation about your craft, your skill set, and what it is that you do, reach out to us. www.gemsitpublishing.com. Submit your information, and let's get you linked up with sitting down on the panel with us and reviewing everything that you have going on. So for any artists that are out there, business individuals that have products and services that they want to get out to the public, to the people, let us know. Are you an independent artist looking for real exposure and an honest discussion about your music and your brand? If this is you, and if that's the case, I am currently accepting submissions for my Friday Artist Spotlight segment on Industry Talk, where I highlight rising independent artists, discuss your journey, along with putting your work in front of a growing audience of content creators, executives, and tastemakers. To submit your information, follow the content submission link in my bio on Instagram, or follow the link in the description on Facebook. So this is about real artists, real stories, and real opportunities. If you're working, building, and you're serious about your craft, I definitely want to hear. And it's always beautiful people. This is about health, wealth, and wisdom. Stay down. Yes, indeed. Welcome to the live, Tandra Winston. Tandra Winston, welcome to the live. Definitely appreciate you guys for locking in with us. And of course, without any further ado, I'm going to bring my good friend Terry Cherry, of course, our co-host, onto the live, and we're gonna get into it as we're waiting for JB to tap in with us as well.
What's
Okay.
up, man?
Terry Cherry, what's going on, sister?
What's going on? Seem like feeling.
So we had a little bit of an issue earlier. We need to address the elephant in the room.
Well,
Why your ass didn't want to come on live with us, man? Show your face. You talking about you ain't had your wig, you
I
ain't
had
had
to put
your
my
this, you
wig
ain't
back
had your.
on. Mm-hmm.
But you make it seem like it take an act of Congress to put on a wig, Terry.
Well, as a woman,
And
you
you re-
don't
and
even.
you really didn't even need to put on your wig.
I did. I did.
Why?
Would you jump on here with no shirt on?
With no shirt on?
Yeah.
Yes.
What? Okay. Take your shirt off right now.
No, I ain't about to do that. I'm
Why would
advertising. I'm
tell me all this?
advertising
Take
the
your shirt off right
business.
now.
This is business advertisement. What is you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. You want to look a certain way. I wanted to look good when I
Hmm.
came on here today. At least
Right.
halfway decent.
Uh
And
huh.
so, you know.
Okay. I got you. I feel you. Good point. We're waiting for Jarrell. Jarrell probably just
JB.
getting into the airport up in Cincinnati. But
Mm.
other than that, so how's your day been going?
It's been going good. You know,
Yeah.
we should put some of this ham and greens on and
Mm-hmm.
wait for my mom to get through cooking. I'm probably more than like she cooking for tomorrow, but I'm ready to steal a plate. I'm just waiting for she to get
Okay. You say some ham and greens?
through. Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. You
Going
cooking it
up.
up. Don't burn up nothing be on the line. Look who walked in the
Mm-hmm.
door. Look who walked in the door. Come here, babe. Go put your shirt back on. See, she done took the clothes off. What was that? Until put the clothes back on.
That's your wife till I said, hey, girl.
I'm trying to get her to come on here and say hello, But yeah, she'll be back in just a second. Uh
Mm-hmm.
oh man. So Terry, we had a
Yeah.
good conversation. We started a good conversation today.
Man.
Um uh, Earlier today, live at 5. I mean earlier
Yeah.
before we get on the test. So,
Mm-hmm.
I wanna kind of pick that back up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Um but what's going on? Because you touched on something the other day on the live about
Mm-hmm.
unification, about people coming together,
Mm-hmm.
um, in the Dallas area, and that's what's needed. So, and of course, you gave a list of all of the elements as to why we may be having problems, whether it's gang related, whether it's personal, family, whatever the case may be in the different because we were talking to Pooh the motherfucking great the other day. That's where
Right.
that's where. So can you elaborate a little bit more on what you're seeing on the ground in Dallas, which is making it or why it's making it so hard for folks to come together? I mean, there's only so many different ways that you can name something. Old Dallas, new Dallas, Dallas up front, Dallas next up, whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
What's really stopping people from coming together with
Well,
so
I
many
think
with so many talented people,
to
nonetheless.
tell you the truth, I feel like that it's the older people that keep stirring up old drama and keep on circulating it, alive in all the blogs that's feeding into the negativity, even if you know you're doing it for your own likes and streams. And that's gonna continue to happen as long as you keep influencing that to happen.
Okay.
So if you got your OGs and a lot of these people, I ain't gonna even lie, I ain't even a fan of. Like I ain't already met them, their personality is just off
Right.
me. And I one of them type of people, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn to care about you, especially if you approach like that. A lot of these people just they in it for money. They only running people up man so they getting paid for it. You know what I'm saying? They getting paid for the views for them. That
Right.
matters for them.
Oh,
So
okay.
to me, I feel like that it's greed. It's greed and I feel like everybody don't wanna be that one person. But you do have those groups and communities as well that stick together, so I can't really say too much of that because you have certain ones like the new Dallas, like I did say, versus the old Dallas. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? They waves starting to change different. The young people starting to come together and start to support their own way. Only thing that they got in the mix is beef. Other than that, they having their own wave, I say. But I feel
Mm-hmm.
like the old schools ain't able to keep up with the new schools. And as long as they keep influencing new schools to keep
Mm-hmm.
being negative, but also trying to act like they are trying to help and do stuff, it's just too greedy right now to me.
Mm-hmm. Hit the camera over here. You gotta come all the way over. Back a little bit. Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm
Can you
doing
see me?
great. I know y'all up there watching the game now.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Okay
yeah,
now.
tomorrow.
Yeah, jump off
Okay,
tomorrow.
yes ma'am.
Good to
Mm-hmm.
see you.
It's not
Good
on
to
that
see you
camera. The
too.
camera right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Good to see
Mm-hmm.
you too.
Yes, indeed. Well, I got two systems set up right now. One with just my monitor, and of course the camera. The camera right here. She over here looking at
Right.
this. That's why I was laughing. But so okay. Let me ask you this, and this is, and it's not new, but it happens. All right.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use this as the example because we still haven't gotten to the bottom of what's really going on. But when Mo3 was out on the scene, it looked like Dallas was getting a lot of recognition and notoriety, right? I
Right.
mean, it's like the whole rap scene was on the move. Even the
Right.
podcast scene and the bloggers had something to talk about. Like really, really something to talk about. Yellow Beezy, he was making some awesome music. You know what I'm saying? And who was the other one? Freddie. What's the other kid's name? It's like they all were together. I can't even think of his name, but there was some real motion in the city.
Right.
You know. So what would what would drive everything in that direction? You know, because
Everybody
everybody
was
think.
a wave. I feel like it's just that time period. There was that wave. It was maybe going through a time where Prophet it was he sung it beautifully, and what people was going through, he kind of put it in a beautiful way, made his struggle beautiful, and that's what made him stand out. Because you remember when Mo3 came out, he didn't have fans at first. Everybody was thought he was hating, doing all this extra stuff, trying to get clout. But then he actually made the example of their ass, and he became bigger than probably what he even intended. Because he probably didn't give a damn. I was tell you, he's street nigga, so he probably give a damn. But I don't like myself. I'm not a fan of of um of I ain't gonna lie and say that the message was always clear because we can what I'm saying, but it's a lot of people play the part in that too.
Hmm. Hmm.
So to me, it could be either way. Now I know that they got rainwater out here, and the way he do things, I'm not gonna say I'm necessarily a fan of the way he do things. Everybody do their own thing, but that's an example right there. If that was my artist, I'm not gonna personally keep encouraging you or even be down with bullshit. I'm not.
Hmm.
I don't think that's cool, and I
Right.
don't. I think it's kind of sloppy for the way that his stuff could be honorable and keep going, which it is. It's honorable, but I'm saying like in a way we know what it was. Mo3
Hmm.
was a beautiful bully.
Right. But now we're in a situation. Now we're in a situation where, and I don't know if the accusations are true with Yellow Beezy. I mean, he's fighting for his life at this point.
Hmm.
Um, but now you're dealing with 3 individuals who could be caught up in this whole situation, and maybe more, but
Mhm.
3 individuals, one's dead, and 2 others who may possibly spend the rest of their life behind bars, right?
Mhm.
So what what does that do for Dallas? You know what I'm saying? That's not assisting to move the needle forward in the right way. And I'm using this as an example because that's the most fresh thing, that happened, like to that degree, to where it was a
Mhm.
coordinated attack on an individual,
Mhm.
and it came from within. It's not like somebody came from the outside and there was a hit on Mo3. That came from within the Dallas circle, you know.
Mhm.
So, if you're not ready to protect your own, then of course you're going to have those little pockets of individuals that are saying, hey man, we're not worried about what's going on with nobody else. We just here protecting our front and anything
Mhm.
that comes up against us. So you're going to stay having those cliques and individuals that don't trust other individuals, because you never know who's being greedy, who's being vindictive, who's being malicious, or who's being hateful and spiteful and have ill intent coming towards you.
Right.
hmm So
But
how do you move Dallas forward, or any region for that matter, when you have those types of things that are going on?
well, you reap what you sow.
Okay.
And if you feel like you gotta get your get back, then you're gonna have to pay for those consequences. So you got to be very wise you when uh when you're on a different type of level of platform. And I think these fools really thought that we was gonna believe, since they was big, that they might get away with it on
hmm
camera, at the
hmm
scene,
hmm
on live,
Right.
talking about the shit in
Right.
third person, and then thought you gonna get away with it. Crazy. So you do get away with it. I know what you is.
hmm
You
hmm
feel me? And it's just
Right.
crazy to me that, and I ain't speaking on this, but I heard about the story. But just my
Right.
output is
Right.
your
Because
manager
it's,
that
because the streets
encourage
talk.
you.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
streets
your
talk. Yeah.
manager that encourage you to do what you're doing and beef with these same niggas and it's a little rap beef. Took my gun after you know that I was already beefing with these niggas and what type of danger that I could be in from what you already had to experience. Is crazy to me, friend.
hmm hmm
That's
hmm
crazy, ain't it? And
It
then
is now.
y'all sit around here and then say that y'all best friends, that you love this person now. But it's crazy, it's like, if you already know that I'm in danger and you take my only motherfucking weapon that I can do to defend my motherfucking self, because you say that you love me. But if you love me, then you should have been encouraging me not to do shit in the first place.
True.
I'm not gonna kiss none of y'all ass, and I don't give a damn who y'all agree with.
Right.
I don't care if you like the manager, I don't care if you like Yellow Bees, I don't care if you like, I think all the shit was done. Me
hmm
personally.
hmm
Cause y'all don't like to be realistic.
Yeah.
Realistic wise, everybody wanna just go with the wave. That shit ain't right, and it wasn't right for neither one of them to do either what it was to be on this side. So I think y'all should take an example and not do the shit.
hmm
And if you're gonna
Now,
come a community, don't be trying to be snaking each other and doing like little foul shit to each other. That's the only way that y'all gonna grow in the industry that we're in. It's already
mhm,
corrupted. This shit is corruption.
right. Now let's take it a little step further, because um, you've been with the Boss Talk platform since its inception.
Mm-hmm.
You've worked the whole Dallas scene. You've worked pretty much all of Texas. Every hot artist that's come through Texas, for the most part, has probably sat down um, at that desk. So
Mm-hmm.
you've met them, you've talked to them, you've done interviews with them, you've had associations with them through Miss Jamaica, and the Boss Talk platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Personally wise, when you meet these people, would you ever think that this is their real personality, because you've met them?
Hell, now these most of these niggas is some hoes, broke,
hmm hmm
stunning, fake,
hmm
putting on the facade.
hmm
Two of them motherfuckers owe me $50. So
Come on now.
hell hell no, I think it's a facade, and I think you motherfuckers should kill it. And that's how only way we can revive this industry and go back to real music if you start being for real. It's
Yeah.
your fakeness that keep on strolling around this goddamn activity. You trying to be something that you're not, cause you're not. And you don't
Yeah.
see me up here bragging about shit I know I don't have, but I'm
Right.
not broke either, and I'm not poor. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you making other people that's younger than you, that's influencing, that's their mindset. Because I was the same way, and I used to make music the same way. I thought the same way because it's only because it's what my environment that I was in and how I thought. And we are doing that and passing along, and then we're getting inspired, just like. But at the same time, I'm not blaming them because maybe, but I just want them to become aware and say, "Damn, I am doing this shit." You feel me?
Mhm. Yeah.
Stop being fake because this
Right.
whole flag gonna one day crash, and all you have to do is just be yourself. But they pushing and pushing and pushing with this AI and this algorithm for it to be this type. So you need to be aware and see what the fuck is doing, and then you create your little community, just 4 or 5 people, and y'all go over here to the west side on 6th Street or down in Atlanta, Miami, where you gonna do, and y'all make sure y'all make that shit fabricated. Make the word your platform. You got the music, you got the talent. Make sure that shows, and make sure that you know what your gift was before the money came in, before AI came in, and before the influence is still telling you that your what you doing is just a job. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna be judged for it. What we telling these people, like teachers and preachers, we still gonna be judged for it. People need to learn how to be aware. That's all it is. Be conscious.
Right. 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 Okay. So, do you hold the podcast and the bloggers accountable for perpetuating or pushing the nonsense?
Hell yeah, media is first. That's
Hmm.
the first thing in our face. We got it through
Right.
music. We got it through industry. We got it
Hmm.
through ourselves.
Yeah.
And then a lot of us is doing it because this is what keeps the algorithm going.
Hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then if you don't have that type of content, then you say, well, we won't get that type. I don't have that. I don't get those type of views.
Right.
But we'll now get these type of views. Don't let that go over your head. You feel me?
Right. Right.
Because I'm being realistic.
Hmm.
But being real don't mean anything. Putting on a facade means everything. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
one day, everything gonna come crashing down, and you
Hmm.
will too. You feel me?
Yeah.
If you don't make it some type of realistic. Now, I'm not saying that every platform is bad for what they doing. I'm not saying it at all. Cause
Right.
we
I
all
understand.
good and bad.
Yeah.
We all got good and bad with us. You gotta do
Hmm.
what you gotta do. You can do your platform how you gonna do your platform, and how you feel is how you feel. What I'm
Hmm.
saying is, yeah, it does start with media first because y'all are the ones getting paid sometimes behind the scenes, or y'all the ones are, having those viewers view you and you spreading the word because the shade one said this and that and it was negative about this person. But I bet you they got a little bit of positivity that they share, but a whole lot of negativity that they share. And I mean that by saying it's 80% negative and 20% positive. And when I'm gonna push out the positive, maybe 1 or 2 posts a day, but I'm gonna tell you all this negative shit that everybody got going on in their life. And not only that they got going on in their life, they ruining people characters, they history. You
Hmm.
feel me? And we
Yeah.
can't tell if they lies or not. I can make an AI post right now. They getting better and better at AI. Shit, you can be cheating or you can be doing this, and I can make it look like this and make it look like it was real on camera. This shit is getting out of hand.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Hmm. Hmm.
And then what we feeding into it as the media. For real.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do we do? What do we need to do to turn the corner to make sure that we don't get stuck in that trap? Because okay, and I say this about us, with industry
Right,
talk. I mean, this ain't a monkey show. You know what I'm saying? It's real
right,
people, real talk, real conversation.
right,
If we hear bullshit, we call bullshit.
right.
It's just that simple. But up to this point, we've been having some really good, genuine conversations, insightful words, and of course, everyone is presenting their testimonies, and people are being real vulnerable on this platform. I wasn't aware that it was going to take that direction. I'm happy that it's going in that direction, but I didn't know it was going to go in that direction, right? Because we were just giving folks an opportunity to come on and talk about who they are, what they do, their music, whatever industry that they're in, and that's a wrap. But then they started opening up and talking about their lives. So, you know, what do you say about that type of a platform? And, you know, regardless of whether you're on here or not, I need you to be brutally honest, open, critical about us as well, you know, because we are part of media. So, you know, what say you?
I feel like that we're opening the door that no other platform is in our type of community. When I say our type of community, it's open to all communities, but for the Black community, it's just to start something just a little bit more positive. Now, I'm not saying don't put out no negativity, because everybody want to know the action, everybody want to know the information, and that's granted. You're a public, so regardless, if somebody beating on their wife, you want to know that. And you think you idolizing him, you got your kids idolizing him. I think that's right. But as much negative that you put out, you better make sure that positive matches well. Make it make sense. And be mindful of what negative and how you put it out negative. I can report somebody that was beating on their wife and say that, okay, so and so was beating on his wife. Well, she must have did something that she should deserve to get beat on. You see how I can make that approach? And then I can make a negative situation, or I can report that so and so was beating on his wife, and then bring awareness to domestic violence and tell them you to leave so and so if you feel like that it could be. It's just the way that I approach it. We need to be more aware of how we approach stuff. But yeah, if we can do more negative, we can do more positive. Just make it balanced, dark and light.
I know that since we started, you know, and we've been off and on since last year, but like since 2026 January, when we really jumped off the porch and stayed consistent with it, right? I can go back through all of my interviews, and it's been a lot of them up to this point. I'm not into negativity, me personally, right? So where I steer the conversation, and like you say, yes, I want to know the news. I want to know the scoop. I want to know what's going on, right? But I don't indulge in just the bad rhetoric or the bad conversation or the negative, shall we say, conversation. Because, you know, we all have experienced bad things happening in our lives. We've done some bad shit in our lives, or things that we're not necessarily happy about. But then again, you know, the bad shit that I've done in my life, I don't sit there and display it to the world. It ain't the world's business. So why should I put it out there to make it something when, you know, I could be speaking about something totally different.
Doing right now.
Yeah. So, you know, I mean, I'm just trying to figure it out, Terry, because I see so many younger individuals that look up to a Yella Beezy, or look up to, or did look up to a Mo3 or a Rainwater, or look up to a Gucci Mane, or really a Pooh Shiesty, because you got a whole Pooh Shiesty movement, right? And you got Pooh Shiesty crash outs that don't give a damn what you say. Pooh Shiesty was right for doing what he did in their eyes. You see? And then on the other side of it, no matter what Gucci has done or said, Gucci and his followers, they believe that he's right for doing what he did. You know? And so, okay, where does that start? It starts with, hey man, you sign this dude up on your label, just like 35 to 40 other people, and the contracts were horrible. These 360 deals that you were giving these kids. And only one or two of them were actually making money. And Pooh Shiesty was one of those ones that was making money. So obviously something wasn't adding up in the accounting, and he wanted out of his contract. That's just me. That's that's me assuming that. I don't really know what's going on.
Looking on the outside in shit, I assume the same thing. You had
Right.
a fuck nigga that had a fuck bill that was
Yeah.
fucking people that
Right.
ran around right one. You
Right.
signed the right artist. And he didn't
Right.
give a damn about getting crashed out because he's thinking about getting crashed out. If you thought that this snake that you thought you could sign and thought only for money when you signed, because you didn't give a damn about this man when you hear
Yeah.
this motherfucker music, I'm gonna kill you. I'm a motherfucking shyster. I'm a snake ass nigga. My granny already knew it. My mama knew it. And you saying, well, you gonna make me lots of money. Well, you being greedy. You deserve everything you getting. You can tell that this nigga, regardless if he signed not to you as an artist, what type of person that he is, you shouldn't expect nothing else more than what the fuck he told you he was.
Right.
Now, all of a sudden, that you got a damn situation because you decide that you want to motherfucking be a snake too. A snake and meet a bigger snake. Call it anaconda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just got what you got. You got what you get. You got what
Right.
you put out.
Okay. Now, and that's just what we think we know. Welcome to the live, Jess. What's going on, Miss Jessica? How you doing, sister? We are here in Detroit. I'm talking with Terry motherfucking Cherry. Live at 5. Jarrell Braswell will be here in just a little bit. But we're talking about what's going on in the industry. Now, contracts. You know better than to sign some bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you signed, you can't be mad at the end of the day, what you signed, if in fact you read over your contract and the other individual on the other side of this is adhering to that contract.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be mad and want to get out of the contract now. Because you didn't, because
taking them young, dumb, and full of cum. You ain't
yeah,
seen nobody 33 years old that he trying to sign that's already got a little bit of 100,000 followers. That motherfucker. You ain't seen him sign nobody like that. Because he already know they got the mindset of what the fuck not to do. They
right.
gonna look at the contract, read it, look at his motherfucking ass, and say, you serious? But it's gonna be somebody that's 18 years old that's been growing up with rat roaches and everything else, the battle, that's in a smaller project, they think $10,000 it seems like an income tax shit on the first of the motherfucking year. And it's gonna
Mhm.
feel like that, it's gonna feel like it's a blessing. You feel me? It's gonna feel like
Right.
it's meant to something. And you gonna just wanna say, I'm gonna flip this shit, I don't give a damn. And
Mhm.
in your mindset, you're gonna take them couple $1,000 and say, well, I'm just happy, I don't give a damn. But you ain't thinking about that. You just signed for 3 years for $10,000. You ain't
True.
thinking about
True. Now, at the same time, now let's think about this because everybody thinks, what's going on, Angel Show, Tap of Soul? What's going on? I'm Earl Hempstead. Everybody that's joined the live, thank y'all for tapping on in with us. Having a great conversation with my sister, Terry Cherry. Let's think about it this way now, because we know how the music industry is. We know that you're not just gonna come into the music industry and just be making a whole bunch of money just out the gate.
show not.
It
Damn
don't
sure.
happen that way. It does not happen that way. It takes time. It takes
Yeah.
time for you to build your catalog. It takes time for you to build a fan base. It takes time for you to start booking shows and actually getting to the money. Because a lot of them don't understand what it takes to get to the money. It's not rocket science. They make it seem like it's some magical, mystical. The way I be hearing people talk about it, like it's some magical, mystical thing that happens to get to the money in the music industry. That's not true.
Right.
That's not true. I mean, if you're an artist, you make a record. Okay, what do you want to do with that record? You want to squeeze everything out of that record that you can, right? From streaming dollars to hardcore sales like CDs, tapes, or vinyl, booking shows. You know what I'm saying, with your music, meet and greets, you name it. Turning that into features. Video production, movie deals, whatever the case, everything that comes into it. So there's more to it than just, okay, I'm gonna put my record out and hope it makes me $1 million. Now they do have those one-hit wonders.
Right.
They got them out there, you know. But we are finding out that those one-hit wonders really aren't one-hit wonders. It's just that the right people were putting the money behind the record and getting it played, and then it just got national notoriety because it's in all the right pockets and places and they got paid for.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you got this artist thinking, oh man, I'm all over the country. You hearing my music. I got millions of streams, millions of views, and the check ain't adding up to what I'm seeing what I'm seeing with my own eyes out in the world, it's not adding up.
That's all right. And then a lot of times, if you ain't doing no turn, you ain't getting no booking. That's where most of your money come from. A
Right,
hosting. That's
right,
what they have to do, physical fucking work. Because guess who own it? The lazy motherfuckers that can sign you, they are on this song. So no matter what you do, you can perform this motherfucker everywhere. But I still own the rights and royalties. Just keep getting it
right.
streamed up then.
hmm
Stream that
hmm
motherfucker till you reach 10 damn million. You gonna have to do a lot of damn working. A lot of
That's right.
cheering.
That's right.
And then why am I enslaving for you when I was already did this when I first started to get notoriety? Why just in case you keep going with me?
hmm
Now I look back, I got all the money in the motherfucking world, taking care of everybody else, but I'm unhappy. So
hmm
what's going on around here?
Right. What is really going on?
Hell no, I'm not. I don't want to be enslaved. I don't give a
Right.
damn. I feel
Right.
like that's the reason why I had a lot of chances, but I turned down one or two. Do you feel me?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it didn't make sense. And you must thought I was
hmm
slow.
Right.
I never signed no paperwork with nobody ever, ever,
Yeah.
because it just didn't make sense. And I'm glad that even at a young age I had the awareness because it was a lot of approach, especially when you're in the hood. It's a lot of hood niggas, dope boys. That's who gonna start
Right.
approaching. Then you gonna start going here to there. Then people gonna start emailing, telling you all the shit they can do to change your life. Then they
hmm
gonna put on the side. But I'm always smarter than the motherfucker think. I
hmm
always make sure I do what I need to, and that's so I can observe. You feel me? See how far
Yeah.
motherfuckers was willing to go, or what they gonna do, and how they gonna behave. You feel me?
hmm
Because
Yeah.
why the hell would I sign to somebody that is ready to screw me over from the beginning?
Right. Why would you sign to another artist anyway?
Because it sounds like it makes sense. They just sound like,
No.
oh, they made it. They got notoriety. They doing
hmm
it. But then as
Yeah.
soon as you sign to him, he can't even. He gonna tell you what you got to do for yourself, and then only thing he doing is post you on his motherfucking page,
Yeah.
and basically tag you along with his shows for his opening. That's making
hmm
him more money. He
That's
got
right.
a 3 hour set that he getting paid motherfucking $17,500 for, and he bringing out his own people. And then the more artists that he do have, all he gotta do is get them to open up for him for free.
Right.
That's half his show right there. And he gonna come out the last 45 minutes to an hour. Then I'm gonna make all the back end while they made nothing but notoriety. That's
hmm
crazy to me.
hmm 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 Yeah. Downright crazy. I mean, it's actually diabolical. You
That
know.
is.
So so you have a real good grasp of it, and this isn't like this is just some trumped up talk. This shit really happens
In real life.
in real life. You know what I mean? And that's why people end up dead or kidnapped in the studio with a gun to their head, talking about release me off of this contract. Hell, we even
Right.
seen it right now with and I really didn't know too much about Finesse Two Times, right? Um and I hadn't really paid attention to the story too much, but he's sounds like he's in the same situation with Jay Prince Jr. trying to get out of his contract with Jay Prince.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so I'm under the impression, like once he got out of prison, that things were going smoothly, but he says he ain't made a dime.
I'm gonna give you an example for this last, we're gonna say since 2026 to 2025. Everybody want to get out the country from the biggest to the smallest. They either signed to somebody because they was in a weak spot, like you finna go to jail, you can caught your dumb ass for charges.
Yeah.
I got your ass. Now I want you to sit down and sign this contract because I can make all this go away. And in the time of when you in need, it sounds perfect. I want to leave my
Right.
family, need some money. I'm just trying to get out of this, whatever I got to do. They're gonna make sure
Mhm.
that I provide the lawyers. I'm gonna get everything you need. We're gonna sweep up the this. I'm gonna talk to Judge Martin. Judge Martin gonna make sure this disappears. Because how in the fuck do these celebrities keep getting caught with all this shit
Mhm.
and they ain't in jail yet? These hoes on Twitch more than they motherfucking doing probation.
Right.
What is you an informant? Or y'all just get a slap on the wrist because something ain't making damn sense.
It's not making
Anyway,
sense. It's not making sense. Right.
Now you telling me that if I get pulled up right now with a 3-5, I gotta go to jail. But your favorite local, not your favorite local, but your favorite motherfucking rapper just got pulled over with motherfucking 2 ounces of cocaine, some motherfucking pills, in a motherfucking backseat, motherfucking pot pack, and this big coochie. And you telling me that they gonna get a slap on the hand, they gonna get out of jail, and ain't nothing gonna happen. They keep doing it instead, and they jumping on live, they steady smoking guns, they steady doing this and doing that, and it's okay for them to do so. But you tell me regular old little civilian like me, the local artist, we gonna go to jail, and these motherfuckers getting off on it. You gotta make it make sense. What is going on? Just because you sold your soul to the right woman. They got the lawyer that can do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as
And you know damn well that they talking. That's evident. You know they talking. And talking.
As still signing me, I'ma keep you free, and you ain't gonna never escape me.
Right. So that's kind of we saw that happen with Tupac and Suge Knight.
Tupac,
same scenario.
Young Thug, what's his name? The Baby.
Right.
The boy that he was into it with King Mon, whatever, Lil Duke, Drake, whatever, all them.
Lil Durk, yeah, Lil Durk, yeah.
It ain't making sense though. Somebody needs to put a piece to the puzzle and say, well, everybody getting in trouble. So either you gonna go to jail until your ass learn how to learn and follow your contract, or you can be free and follow your contract, and then your music gonna change to more negativity though.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna start doing more shit and have to be where I asked you to be. So now you got these niggas wearing dresses. You got these niggas encouraged getting your nails painted. You got these niggas wearing purses and acting like bitches and having a whole mentality of what they want and what their program was. That's because you having to be taught if you want to stay free. Because you know what happens when you don't behave.
Mm-hmm.
And now you done signed this contract that you thought was just a little money that you was gonna make and flip. This all the mindset was. Now you is in a lifetime of bull crap. And that's probably what he got caught in. He still ain't gonna be able to be free.
Right. So let's dig off into that a little bit, because now we're talking about contracts being used to manipulate you and how your character can be diminished or degraded based on you having to follow suit. Sexy Red, Scarlett, what's the other little girl? Glorilla, Lotto. You know, a lot of these individuals that you saw early on in their career, they were nice, wholesome young ladies, good, upstanding people, regardless of what their music may have been talking about. But once it kind of hit, they embellished it. It's like they took it on. Looks like they absorbed all of it. I mean, I remember, was it Scarlett? It couldn't have been Scarlett. It was one of the little girls talking about, she was having issues and she wanted out of her contract because she had sold her soul to the devil. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't realize that that's what she was doing. Huh? Kuchiana. Is that who it is?
Kuchiana. Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to mess up the name, but you know who I'm talking about though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're hearing these things and I'm like, why? I've been in the industry for a long. I've yet to see that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I'm not at the top of the pinnacle, but I wouldn't. That's not even a part of my life or my character. So I'd be like, oh hell no, that ain't it. You can't convince me to go to a Diddy party and let a nigga to stick anything in me. You get what I'm saying? So or even participate or sit around and watch it. Like, that ain't what I want to watch. I ain't doing no shit like that. So even if it's you my boy, you my partner, or you can't be my boy or my partner, because I guess, if you were my boy or my partner, I'd be into that shit with you. But I can't be introduced to you and you be like, hey man, I want you to come to this exclusive party and this type of shit going on. You got all this kind of weird activity going on and expect me to be cool and comfortable with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not sticking around. Now, with me personally, what you do on your own time, that's on you.
Right.
I'm not one to divulge what you do. Now, if you sitting there fucking with some little kids and shit, oh no, yeah, nah, we ain't with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're gonna have a problem if I'm around and I see that shit. But
Right.
if you are dealing with consenting adults and you know that's your thing, you like guys or what, and you bring me into a situation I'm not aware of it, I'm like, nah, but it's not my job to go run and tell everybody, hey man, I just seen such and such over that fucking no, that's not my business.
Right.
But if you sit there and you try to assault me, or if you try to do something to me that is not kosher, shall we say?
Right.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a problem. Everybody gonna hear about it because somebody gonna end up dead.
On me.
You see? So I it's like African Bambaataa just passed away, right?
Yeah.
And then of course this isn't new news, but all of the news about him and assaulting these young boys when they were younger begins to come out even more, right?
Crazy shit.
Wait a minute, you mean to tell me that after all of these years, none of these young niggas have decided to go put a bullet in this nigga head for what he did
Not
to him?
all of them. And
Not a
that's where
nail
the
one
media
of them.
come in it, because now
Huh?
they mixing that's where that media come in it, because now you can't tell what's truth and what's not.
True,
Because
exactly.
of allegation.
So, okay, so you mean to tell me, Terry, somebody that does something to you, sexually assaulted you, and now you have an opportunity to go do something about it. What is Terry going to do?
Kill them. Try.
You feel me? That's just the working order of how our brain works. At least I just normal acting people. Unless you're into that, unless you were into it from the beginning.
Right.
And then something didn't go the way that you wanted to go. You didn't get paid the way that you thought you was going to get paid, or whatever the case may be. Even with, it's got. I mean, I can go down case to case, but I'm just making reference to the sickness that's, because the hip hop industry is sick right now. Not sick as in no, sick as in ill, as in, we're not well.
Right.
And what is the medication? Can you tell me what the medication is? What it is that we need to actually turn this around? What can you prescribe to assist in changing this bullshit that's going on in the game right now? Help me out.
Right. Those guys, they need to find who they are. They need to go research and about themselves and their life and their history, and stop avoiding their trauma and embrace it by trying to find out how to fix it.
Right.
Or just go around blaming the whole goddamn world and saying, "Oh well, it's like me." So you gonna go fuck another little child and you a 43-year-old man?
Right. Right. One thing that I don't notice a lot is, and not many, but with a great deal of them, there's an absence of the belief in God in their life.
Yeah.
So they're swayed to do anything and everything,
Right.
like it's okay, and there are no consequences or repercussions. I tell folks all the time, Terry, I don't give a fuck if you're paying attention to my show. If you listen to my show, if you lock into my show, and as a matter of fact, if you don't like what I say or how I say it, I don't give a damn.
Right.
You can go somewhere else. You can turn the channel. That's your God-given right. But if you lock in and you listen to what we're saying, it's not bullshit. It's real conversation. So if real conversation offends you, then this isn't the platform for you.
Right.
Because if I came on here and said some sideways shit, I expect you or JB to look at me like I'm fucking crazy. Like, gee, what?
Right.
Like, come on, G. Nah, we ain't never heard no shit like that come out your mouth. Like, nah, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. So, any of my friends or people that I know that I'm affiliated with, I wouldn't assume the worst out of them. I expect the best from them. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking too much into it, Terry.
No. Yeah. You hit
No?
it right on the lead.
Okay. Okay. So, you know what? Whether you realize it or not, we've been talking for an hour, Terry.
And it feel like 20 minutes. Now, I had another, I was rolling, scrolling down TikTok, right? And
Yeah.
it said, count 60 seconds, right? And watch where your time be at, right? And we getting
Hmm.
some time shaved off every minute,
Right.
right? And we ain't
Okay.
noticing. Then I had an idea of what if the daytime is really nighttime? That's why you
Hmm.
most sleep in the daytime. And you hear the birds
Hmm.
chirping at night. What if
Hmm.
our whole mind can reset? You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like that right now, the reason why we're here, the reason why we on this platform, the reason why this is congregational and starting to be like it is, because we're going to be a part of the awakening.
Right.
And the reason why we're in this communication and all these people that's coming through is because they need something to say. And there's somebody in there that is used by God. And
Right.
this is a platform where they can tell the truth without having to be a certain type of way. This
Right.
platform is where they can talk freely about the real thing and not be
Hmm.
stopped because of what YouTube or Facebook or they monetization is and
Yeah.
what they can't have society to say. This is your freedom. This
Right.
is your truth. This is where you can share the realest part of you and get your messages out without
Yeah.
having to be polished. You
Hmm.
can't get that nowhere else but this show, Industry Talk.
Right. That's right. Okay. Well, look, I thought JB was going to be in Cincinnati by now. Either he's got delayed or
Yeah,
something's going on in the airport. He'll come whenever he gets back.
yeah.
But I'm not gonna sit there and just hold you to just have conversation because when we get on here we talk, we chop it up, and then we
Tomorrow,
live to fight another
we back
day. We always
tomorrow,
got tomorrow.
same time.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So Terry, before we get out of here, you know how we do it, man. I'm gonna let you have the platform. Talk about what it is that you want to talk about. Let the people know what it is that you want to let them know, whether it's inspirational, whether it's about your music, whatever the case may be. This your time.
All right. Hey now, say now, y'all already know what it is. Y'all make sure y'all follow Big Power Redemption if you don't do nothing else. Stop what you're doing. It's on all platforms. Y'all want to listen to some great music with a different twist. You like blues, you like rap, you like it all twisted up in one. I'm your girl, and I'm gonna give you the world. But anywho, just our topics of today is what are we waiting for? Now I see that
Mm,
everybody's in the comments. I always see that everybody is on the different posts and they always giving their opinions. But what do you do on a daily basis to change that? Ask yourself that. Now we understand that goes on, and things happen, and we all want to stick to reality. But if you're not prepared and your family is not prepared, how do you get prepared? Let's have a conversation on how can you get prepared. What you need to be looking for. Stop ignoring your everyday because of your everyday life. It's not about you. Okay? It's not about you.
mm,
What are you doing to
mm.
prepare in your household? The next time we talk tomorrow, same time at 5, y'all want y'all to drop some comments. Tell me what are you guys are doing for your household to make sure that you're aware, that you're conscious, and if something go down, how are you prepared? Y'all already know what it is. Go ahead
You
and
know what
follow
it
us,
is.
subscribe, and make sure y'all follow us on every platform every day at 5.
Yes, indeed. That's Terry Cherry, ladies and gentlemen, giving it to you raw, giving it to you right, giving it to you real. And hey, we appreciate everyone that has joined us today and that joins us every day. We're going to keep having fun with it. We're going to keep bringing it to you live in your space and in your face every day and in every way. Thank you, Terry, for jumping on here with me and chopping it up. Your views and your insight from your side, from your perspective, I appreciate it. I love it. And I love everything that you bring to the platform. And we're gonna just keep on growing this thing and taking it where we really need to take it. And what you just said is what I needed to hear for me personally, knowing that what we're doing is for the people, knowing that they have an outlet, they have an opportunity to express and speak about who they are in a real and genuine form without being chastised, without being talked about, without, their name being run through the mud, everything that comes with being vulnerable and opening up about your personal stuff or your personal life. And so, I appreciate that comment, Terry. That was some real shit. So, once again, we will be back here tomorrow. The game is at 6:30 our time, so it'll be 5:30 your time. So after the game is when we're gonna go live for tomorrow, just for tomorrow, and then of course we'll be back to regular schedule Monday, pushing on forward. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, like Terry said, leave it in the comments. Make sure that you're engaging with the topic in the conversation, because we want to hear from you guys. We want to know what's on your mind, and it might open the door for us to engage in a bunch of different conversations on the platform. So Terry, I appreciate you, darling, and I will see you and JB tomorrow.
All right. Y'all already know what it is.
Y'all definitely know what it is, man. It's always about health, wealth, and wellness. Shit, stay dangerous. What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G. And this is my personal invite to all of you to join me on Industry Talk on the Prime Time Network daily at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, where I get into great conversations with entrepreneurs, artists, industry leaders, you name it, we bring it to the table. So make sure you tap in with us, lock us in, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And we stream on all major platforms. And be sure to visit us at gemsitpublishing.com. This is Industry Talk. Let's get into it.
Motion.